हाय इंदु बेटा।
हेलो, गुड इवनिंग सर।
गुड इवनिंग बेटे, कैसे हो?
मैं बिल्कुल ठीक सर, आप कैसे हैं?
बढ़िया, हार्टीएस्ट कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस वंस अगेन।
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
एंड हाउस द माहौल एट होम? हरी टोल्ड मी दैट देयर वाज अ मेडिकल दिस थिंग एट होम. इज दैट नाउ सेटल्ड, टेकन केयर ऑफ?
Yes sir, my husband went through a surgery. He's fine now.
ही इज फाइन, सो ही इज रिकवरिंग स्टिल, या
Yes,
ही इज जो.
he's recovering. It was a major surgery.
अच्छा, चलो.
Hmm.
आई प्रे कि ही रिकवर्स क्विकली एंड फुल्ली.
Yes, thank you so much sir.
एंड व्हाट वाज द दिस थिंग एटमॉस्फेयर एट होम विद योर रिजल्ट? फाइनली आपका आईपीएस सर्विस यू गॉट, राइट?
Yes sir.
इतने सालों की मेहनत के बाद. सो व्हाट वाज योर दिस थिंग, एंड घर पे क्या माहौल रहा?
I was relieved,
हाँ.
frankly. And my parents, my in-laws, my husband, everybody was very happy.
यस, आई एम श्योर. और इंदु बेटे, इतना मोटिवेशन कहाँ से आया कि इतने सालों तक आप डटे रहे और लगे रहे? इट्स टेकन यू अ लॉन्ग टाइम, फ्रैंकली, है ना?
Yes sir, yes sir. So, sir, one is that I think if you decide it on your own, uh,
हम्म.
that if you have certain choices like choice A, B, C, and you are deliberately choosing one of the choices, so it
हम्म.
gives you that stamina, that patience to wait for your results. One is that. Second is that within the process, you are always aware of your progress. You always know where you are, how much do you lack, what are your lacunas, where do you lack, and how can you improve that. If you are clear about these things, that also helps. Then you know ki okay, I am lacking with time management, so I'll work on that.
हम्म.
So if you have clarity on that level, so that also gives you certain motivation. You're not lost in the process. Nothing is fine.
हम्म.
And third is obviously, sir, the ecosystem and the environment around you, the people around you, if they're supporting enough, so then you can obviously stay motivated within the process. There are ups and downs, but more or less, uh, I was never that demotivated that I should leave the whole process. Also, sir, I was always had my plan B. That was
हम्म.
very important for me. I was mostly working throughout my journey, so that
जी.
also helped me a lot. I was financially independent. I was not depending on anybody. I always knew that I have a plan B career on which I can fall upon. I never
यस.
left my academic field. That has also been a backup for me. So there were
बिल्कुल.
many factors to that.
एंड वाज इट डिफिकल्ट, that as a preparing as a married woman and juggling responsibilities घर की भी और वर्क रिलेटेड भी प्लस यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन, तीन तीन चीजें एक तरह से, और तीनों इम्पोर्टेंट.
Yes, sir.
तो उसको कैसे मैनेज करते थे बेटे?
So it was when I got married within my journey of UPSC, in between that only. So it was a bit challenging in the initial attempt after my marriage, because for my in-laws to understand that I have been preparing for a certain exam and it requires certain kind of framework at home as well. So that
यस.
some time, that took some adjusting, but they were supportive enough. And then also you need to understand कि, okay, there are responsibilities, but if you are in the process of this exam, then you will have to make certain sacrifices here and there, not going to some wedding, not going to each and every festival to your in-laws or your own home. So these
हम्म.
kind of certain sacrifices. Also, your attitude towards your preparation should be serious in eyes of other people, especially when you're
Absolutely.
married, because they need to understand that you are serious enough. Then only they are not going to make way for you, and not going to tell you that this is your responsibility, that is your responsibility. They will also take your preparation more seriously if you are serious enough with that. So
बिल्कुल.
that has helped.
एंड इंदु बेटे, मतलब हाउ डिड यू मैनेज टाइम? सम ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स आर आल्सो आस्किंग, एंड हर यूपीएससी एस्पिरेंट के लिए वो चैलेंज रहता है, पर्टिकुलरली आपके लिए रहा होगा जब आपकी इतनी
Yes.
जिम्मेवारियां होती है. तो टाइम मैनेजमेंट के लिए कुछ सजेस्ट कीजिए, बच्चे आपसे क्या सीख सकते हैं?
Sir, mostly I did not have a very rigid timetable that, I will wake up at 9 or do so, and then I did not have liberty for that. But
Hmm.
what did I have had always in my mind that I'll have certain goal for certain weekly goal, then a monthly goal, and most importantly, a daily goal. So, for
Hmm.
example, if I have something in my mind that I have to cover these 10 topics in a day, and if I'm not able to do so in my day because of any other responsibility or any other commitments, then I always made sure ki it will be covered by next day or by day after tomorrow. And
Hmm.
that was my main purpose, that it will never lag on to the next week. So that was
ठीक है.
one thing which I always made sure for time management purpose. And other than that,
Hmm.
sir, you always know that what time of the day you are most productive, you are most free, nobody will, come and disturb you. So that is specific to each and everybody. So one has
Hmm.
to see, yeah, the ecosystem around them and the environment around them, how to manage their own time. But yes, there were goals. There were daily goals, there were weekly goals that I wanted to complete every day.
So what I gather from your this thing is response कि फोकस्ड होना चाहिए परंतु विद अ लेवल ऑफ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, है ना? और रादर
Yes,
देन हैविंग
yes,
डेली दिस थिंग यू हैड वीकली कमिटमेंट्स इन अ वे कि
that
उस हफ्ते के अंदर अंदर मुझे निपटाना है जो भी मैंने अपने टारगेट्स रखे.
yes, sir. I will write my goals, weekly goals, on a page,
हाँ.
in a rough manner that I'll have to cover this and this, and then I'll paste it on my work desk, my study desk, and then I'll
राइट.
just tick on those particular topics when I complete those, and then I will know my progress. That okay,
हम्म.
I have completed 20%, and it is not enough for me to complete the weekly goal. So tomorrow I'll have to put 2 more hours into this. So
सही
that
बात है.
kind of flexibility as well as discipline was there, that I'll have to complete. So
वेरी
anyhow,
गुड.
so
तो
that was
मतलब
there.
ये अप्रोच ना फ्रैंकली मुझे आपकी ज्यादा प्रैक्टिकल लगी देन दी,
Yes,
अगर हम इंसान डेली टारगेट्स रखे और फिर उनको ना करके परेशान होता रहे.
yes, sir.
वेरी गुड. इंदु बेटा ये बताइए कि जीएस आपने ब्रॉडली सेल्फ प्रिपरेशन से किया है इफ आई रिमेम्बर करेक्टली.
Yes, sir. It was mostly self prepared, as in I just took test series, sir,
हाँ,
from
मतलब कि
any
आपने
coaching.
कोई कोचिंग वगैरह नहीं करी, खुद से किया.
No.
तो
Yes.
अगर कोई स्टूडेंट है आज के दिन शुरू करता है, सेल्फ प्रिपरेशन करनी है उसको जीएस के लिए, तो उसको थोड़ा गाइड कीजिए कि क्या करना चाहिए. फ्रैंकली क्या है, एक तो अबंडेंस ऑफ रिसोर्सेज है,
Yes.
तो इसी में इंसान का दिमाग खराब हो जाता है कि क्या करे क्या ना करे. तो उसके लिए थोड़ा
Yes.
सा स्ट्रक्चर उनको डेवलप करने के लिए हेल्प कीजिए कि वो कैसे अपनी जीएस प्रिपरेशन को एक फ्रेमवर्क दे सकते.
So actually, I learned it with trial and error that one has to start with basics. Basics
हम्म.
is syllabus and previous year question papers.
हम्म.
It should not start with something fancy that I'm going to read this book, that book. You pick your syllabus and then uh, look into that syllabus and map it with your PYQs. Acha, what
हम्म.
has happened that there are many coaching institutes which are doing this thing, they are giving you already the made up solutions for that. They are providing this is your syllabus and this is the mapping with the syllabus of the PYQs. That is
हम्म.
already present there. But the problem is that you have not worked on that yourself. तो
हम्म.
सुपरफिशियल लेवल क्रिएट होता है। यू थिंक कि आपने देख लिया है सिलेबस एंड आपने देख लिए हैं प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस, बट ऐसा नहीं है। यू शुड ऑलवेज टेक हेल्प फ्रॉम द कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स एज़ वेल कि आप उनका भी देख रहे हो मटेरियल कि उन्होंने कैसे मैपिंग की हुई है, क्या किया हुआ है। बट अदर देन दैट वो जो इनिशियल टाइम है जब आप प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करते हो, तो वो
हम्म.
सिलेबस और पीवाईक्यूज़ के साथ खुद भी टाइम स्पेंड करना चाहिए। अगर आप
हम्म.
नहीं करते हो तो देन यू आर ऑलवेज लुकिंग फॉर गाइडेंस कि अच्छा इतना बता दिया है कि अच्छा ये
हम्म.
इतने वाले ये सिलेबस का ये पार्ट के ये क्वेश्चंस यहाँ से ऐसे आए हुए हैं, व्हाट नेक्स्ट? यू आर ऑलवेज लुकिंग फॉर दैट नेक्स्ट हैंड होल्डिंग। लेकिन अगर आपने खुद से पीवाईक्यूज और सिलेबस पे खुद से थोड़ा टाइम स्पेंड किया है, इट बिकम्स ईजियर फॉर यू टू find out themes और ये देखने के लिए कि जब भी आप कोई नया क्वेश्चन, कोई नया टॉपिक एनकाउंटर करते हो, तो आप उसको
जी।
सिलेबस में फिट इन कर पाते हो अपनी खुद की अंडरस्टैंडिंग के हिसाब से, रेदर देन ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई आपको रेडीमेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग दे दी गई है उसके बेसिस पे। दैट हैज़ हेल्प्ड मी अ लॉट, क्योंकि आई हैव स्पेंट many hours with my PYQs and my syllabus, and that has helped me a lot because then I was able to map each and every topic to all the PYQs कि कहाँ से पूछा है, क्यों पूछा गया है, what is the theme going on and everything like that. That has worked for me. One is PYQs and अपना syllabus, and then after that complete the NCRTs, the most necessary NCRTs. For example, the geography wala NCRT, economics ka, macroeconomics ka NCRT is there, polity ka a few books are there, and then there are some history ka books. So complete these basic books, and then after that you can go for the other books. For example, Lakshmikant, Spectrum, all the other necessary books which are there. So
हम्म।
one by one, step by step. अक्सर क्या होता है, most of the people I have talked to, they don't spend enough time on the basic material. So that is one
हम्म।
issue which I have encountered, which everybody should start from there. If they'll start from there, it will be easier for them to work without guidance.
हम्म। नहीं, वेरी वेल। आई वुड से बहुत लोग ना भटकते रहते हैं कि उनको पता नहीं होता कि अब इस मटेरियल को यूज कैसे करें। सब चीजें
Right,
आपको मिल
right.
जाएंगी, लेक्चर्स मिल जाएंगे, नोट्स मिल जाएंगी, किताबें मिल जाएंगी। सो द
Yes, sir.
टिप दैट यू हैव गिवन कि आप पीवाईक्यूज और सिलेबस टॉपिक्स को एनालिसिस करो अच्छे से, उनको
Yes.
रिलेट करो, तब जाके आप समझ पाओगे कि हाउ डू यू स्ट्रक्चर योर प्रिपरेशन, किस चीज को कितना महत्व देना है ना, किस
Right,
डेप्थ
right,
तक
sir.
पढ़ना है। सो आपका सोशियोलॉजी में व्हाट स्कोर यू गॉट दिस टाइम? 270 के ऊपर था, इफ आई रिमेंबर।
Yes, sir. I got 280,
280।
282, 282. Yes, sir.
वंडरफुल, wonderful score, one of the higher scores this year, highest amongst
Yes,
the
sir.
highest scores
Yes,
this year. uh, पहले तो ये बताओ कि why did you take up sociology? You come from an engineering background, right?
yes, sir.
तो sociology, मतलब how did you zero down on this particular optional? Why not other humanities subjects? Why not one of the engineering subjects?
Sir, engineering subject, my own engineering subject, computer science, is not in the options, so
जी।
that was out of picture. And
हम्म।
then, sir, after that, there are certain options, in public administration, sociology, anthropology, which are, whose syllabus look uh, a bit familiar to anybody who
जी।
look at it. And so, my first choice was sociology because I looked at the syllabus and I thought that, all the topics I have, encountered somewhere, something about it I know. So that was my basic understanding. That's the most honest answer I can give you. Ki I just looked at the syllabus and it appeared to me very naive. That
हम्म।
okay, sociology, it everything you think about the paper one and paper two, family, religion, caste system, and
Yes.
you think like what can be so difficult about it. So that was my first understanding of it, and I took sociology. And then uh, after I took sociology as a subject, I got to know that because I come from an engineering background, it is getting difficult for me to cover sociology starting from very basics to a level जहाँ से PYQs आ रहे हैं या जहाँ तक UPSC हमसे पूछता है.
जी।
So then I decided to go for coaching.
हम्म।
Uh, no, and the main reason for that was that I wanted to save time. Anything in sociology, the material is there, everything is available in the market. In fact, there is abundance of material and books for sociology, at least for English medium, and it was always there. But what happened with me that I got to know that I don't have a certain direction in which I should work. So that's why I joined coaching, and that is one you know one thing which I tell to everybody who is not from sociology background or not from humanities background, that if you're from engineering background, go for coaching because it will save your time. So frankly, that
हम्म।
is that. If you want to save your time, so go for coaching because it is a 3 to 4 months ka coaching. If you're going for it, you will have a basic understanding of a particular subject starting from your bachelor's to your postgrad tak ka syllabus. Within 3 to 4 months ka span, you'll touch each and every topic. You'll get a glance of it on a macro level of a particular subject. So I think that
Hmm.
is quite a good cost benefit ratio for that. So that was one thing. I did that in my second attempt. I took coaching, and I took coaching from IS Gurukul only. So that was second thing which I did. After picking this sociology optional, because of the simplicity of the syllabus, that it seems that like it is very simple syllabus, I picked it. Then I
Hmm.
went into coaching in my second attempt, and then I got to know the complexities of the subject. Because when you go to certain place, to a coaching institute or somewhere where they are telling you from very basic to the most complex level of the syllabus, then I got to know that. And then
Hmm.
after that, sir, the it was mostly adding to the notes which I made in the coaching institute. Adding to those notes, it was always there. Then after doing my coaching, I what I did is, in my third attempt, I went through all the PYQs,
Hmm.
mapping of the syllabus along with PYQs, because in my third attempt I was actually doing that for my GS as well, and for my sociology optional as well. That was my third attempt. When I was doing it, I understood that the importance of PYQs and uh, mapping of the syllabus and everything. So that I did in my third attempt, and that also has helped me a lot, because again, the like you said, that where to put more importance,
Hmm.
where to spend more time. So that is
Yes.
what I learned after taking the basic notes. Then,
Hmm.
then when I know ki this is a unit from where they are asking 50 marks ke questions every year, the theme is repeating, and this is the kind of questions they are asking. So then in sociology, what is there that you can pretty much prepare standard answers for all the repeated themes that are there.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know that I'll have to quote certain thinkers in a certain manner, and if I want to write about a certain thing, so these are the if I'm writing on a certain issue, so these are the points to be mentioned, and these are the this is the fodder material, this can be the introduction, this can be the conclusion. So pretty much standard answers you can prepare for at least 40 to 50% of your paper that you are going to
Hmm.
write in the main exam. For 40 to 50% of the paper, you can definitely prepare some of the standard answers. So that
जी.
has helped me a lot, sir. Over the years, that I already know ki what I'm going to write in this answer. So that take less of my time. And then there
Hmm.
are always within paper, you go and you encounter every year that there are 50 marks ka paper, which you have not prepared. uh, Most of the times, most people have not prepared for those 50 marks. Then, because you have already prepared for the standard repeating questions, you have already prepared the answer, so you will take lesser time in those questions, and you will have
Hmm.
the liberty of time for those questions where you have not prepared for the answer, and it will give you some 2 or 3 minutes per question to think more about it. So, sir, that
True.
also has helped me a lot.
Thank you, Indu Beta, for sharing your sociology preparation strategy in detail. Uh, इसी से रिलेटेड आपसे कुछ चीजें पूछूंगा कि व्हाट ऑल वर योर सोर्सेज फॉर योर सोशियोलॉजी नोट्स. क्या क्या सोर्सेज आपने रेफर किए?
Sir, one is definitely my coaching notes. That was my base material. I never left them. Even I took so many years to clear my exams, but my coaching notes were always my base material, because I
कोचिंग
prepared
आपने
them.
की थी शायद 2019 या 20 में,
Sir, I
है ना?
took coaching in 2020, sir.
20, yes, हाँ, I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. So,
Evening
so,
batch.
so, yes, sir. So I took coaching in 2020, and those coaching notes were always my base material.
जी.
So one is definitely, it is very important that you have a base material that is of
हम्म.
your own, like you have prepared it by your hand. That
हम्म.
should be there. And then after that, because आजकल क्या होता है कि जैसे बहुत सारा ऐसा होता है कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं आपको नोट्स दे दूं अपने कि ये ऐसे फलाना टॉपर के नोट्स है, तो ऐसा भी होता है कि आप वो नोट्स में उस नोट्स में आगे सप्लीमेंट करने की कोशिश करते हो, क्योंकि इसी नोट्स में आई राइट something of my own and everything. It should be other way around,
सही
that
बात है.
you are preparing your own notes, that is your base material, and then along with that you are supplementing your material from other toppers notes, or with the help of chat gpt या किसी भी बुक से आप कुछ भी उठा रहे हो, वो वहां से फिर सप्लीमेंटिंग होनी चाहिए, नॉट द अदर वे अराउंड. सो
So
दैट
class notes were your base material and उसमें
इज
आपने supplement किन sources से किया?
Sir, one is any current affairs. Any, for example, examples. I took current affairs ka help wherever I think that this social issue is important, this case is important, or
Hmm.
this a particular article is there which I can quote in a particular example that is there, and then sir, in the last attempt, I took extensive help of ChatGPT.
अच्छा.
Yes, I asked ChatGPT very specific questions. For example,
Hmm.
give me five thinkers on internal migration.
Hmm.
So it will give me five thinkers on internal migration, and then I'll ask also quote the famous material for these
Hmm.
thinkers, their
Hmm.
famous articles, their famous books, and
Hmm.
so that has enriched my material to a very good level, because then I can exactly quote ki okay, this particular thinker has said in this article of his that
Hmm.
this is the thing. So that has helped me a lot, because चैट जीपीटी में क्या होता है कि आपको यू डोंट हैव टू स्कैवेंजर हंट योर मटेरियल, लाइक ऐसा नहीं है
Hmm.
कि
सही बात है.
मुझे विलेज स्टडीज पे कुछ चार थिंकर चाहिए, तो आई डोंट हैव टू सर्च थ्रू 4 5 बुक्स और 5 वेबसाइट्स, आई जस्ट गो टू चैट जीपीटी, आई आस्क वेरी स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चंस, दैट इज आल्सो वेरी
सही बात.
इंपॉर्टेंट. You will have to ask specific questions, then
Hmm.
after some time it will get to know your pattern, that you are preparing for a certain exam and you are doing so and so, it will start giving you answers in that format
Hmm.
only afterward. So
Absolutely.
for sociology, I have used extensively ChatGPT. That has
Very good.
helped me a lot, sir. And
And
especially for the obscure topics which are not
hmm.
available in the books. Books, for example, in any book, the topic is covered in one paragraph. So for
Hmm.
that, there are two thinkers which are quoted, and कि अब ये दो thinker, everybody is going to quote these two thinkers because everybody is reading the same book. So that is there.
Hmm.
You can
Hmm.
go to an extra hand where you are asking कि अच्छा this thinker का which book, which article is there, which I can quote, any standard, famous line by them. There are certain thinkers who says certain phrases. Uh,
Hmm.
so that is also there. You can use those phrases in your answers. That will, enrich your materials. That is there, sir.
और आपके इस बार 282 आए हैं, पहले कितने आए हैं सोशियोलॉजी में? अर्लियर ईयर्स में पहले भी अच्छे आए थे इफ आई रिमेंबर करेक्टली.
Yes, sir. But last year, sir, I got. I think this year I got an improvement of 20 marks. So I think last year it was around 265 or something. 260,
हम्म.
265 के बीच में it was there.
इंदु, टेल मी अबाउट आंसर राइटिंग के लिए आपकी क्या अप्रोच रही है सोशियोलॉजी में? पहला तो वो जो इटर्नल क्वेश्चन है पॉइंट्स फॉर्म या पैरा फॉर्म, हालांकि हमारी पर्सनल लेवल पे इस पे बात हो चुकी है, बट आई विल लाइक यू टू
Okay.
शेयर योर व्यूज ऑन दैट कि किस तरह से लिखनी चाहिए पॉइंट्स फॉर्म या पैरा फॉर्म में. ओवरऑल सजेशंस दीजिए स्टूडेंट्स को हाउ टू सिक्योर गुड मार्क्स इन सोशियोलॉजी. सो व्हाट शुड बी दे ब्रिंग इन देयर आंसर्स?
So specifically in the in context of presentation in your questions, I go by sir para format.
यस.
That is two sir small paras. Right? You cannot, when I'm saying para, it should not be long paras. It should be very small paras where you are making 1 point per paragraph,
जी.
something like that. If you're quoting one thinker, so it is 2 to 3 lines for that thinker, two thinkers in one paragraph, something like that. I
हम्म.
never go by point format, because uh, point format has fetched me less marks, frankly.
हम्म. हम्म.
I go by small para format, and that has fetched me good marks, even in my test series and my main exam as well. So one
जी.
is presentation ke format mein, that is there. And also, sir, the structure of the answer should be in the form of an argument.
हम्म.
Uh, like for example, if I'm talking about let's say new features of caste system, so it should come in the form of a argument that okay, this is there. However, this has also
Hmm.
taken form. The caste has also taken form of this, and according to this thinker, this has also happened. However, this is also the case. So you are discussing all the dimensions in the flow of an argument. Argument does not really mean that one pro, one con, or one advantage, one disadvantage. Not like that. It's
Hmm.
just like two people talking to each other कि ऐसा इसने कहा, लेकिन ऐसा इसने भी कहा और उसने भी तो ऐसा कहा है। ऐसे
Hmm.
अगर if I'm making my point clear, it should be like that if two sociologists start talking to each other. Like,
Hmm.
for example, and that has, sir, actually helped me a lot because this year there was a question, what is the scope of this subject, sociology, ऐसा एक क्वेश्चन था.
Hmm.
I did not prepare that question. I'll let you know after the meeting because I thought that was my best answer. I did not prepare for it. And then
Hmm.
I just there and I thought ki what all are the features of this particular subject, and how
Hmm.
can I put them in my scope wala answer, and then how can I talk to a friend ki okay, this is a subject where we talk about scientific facts. Oh no, this no, there are certain other thinkers who are saying that this is a more qualitative subject. So
Hmm.
and then for example, this thinker thinks that, this thinker thinks that, and I just translated that in my answer, and that has worked well for me. So it was nobody has ever told me that that
Hmm.
we should go like that, but I think that has reflected in my results that if you write example in a natural flow of argument, it will fetch you more marks.
I would say that is very, very well articulated. So the learning from that, if I may paraphrase it, is key, do not very mechanically or clinically
Yeah,
just throw information in the answer. There has to be a
exactly.
proper flow in the answer. You know,
Exactly.
it should not be just assorted bits of is thinker or that thinker. It has to come in the, like she said, in the nature of a conversation.
Yes,
Very
sir.
well
And
put it.
that shows uh, a maturity in your approach, that you are learning sociology as a subject, not just from the point of view of exam, that you are
Yes.
reproducing the material. That should
Sahi
not
baat.
be the case. Like you should your answers should reflect that there is a natural understanding of the topic, of the
Yes.
subject in this very person, not just you just reproducing all the facts, all the arguments, all the opinions. It's not just reproduction, it is also a natural understanding of a particular topic. Yes, sir. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much for completing my answer.
And Indu beta, matlab, did you mention a good number of sociologists in your answers?
Yes, sir.
Thinkers,
I
वगैरह?
tried. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I prepared a list for myself for all the topics, and I made a point that I remember all the at least two thinkers for all the topics. I should
Hmm.
remember. I should try to repeat thinkers. Uh, for example, in bonded labor and in internal migration. In both the topics, you can quote Jan Bremen, I think his name is. So you can add
Yes.
both in both the topics. You can quote him. So
सही बात है.
uh, try to find common thinkers who have worked on multiple themes. So that will
सही
help
बात
you to limit your list. However,
है.
I try to remember as much as thinkers I could, Indian as well as foreign thinkers, and that also I this time I made an addition that if I remember a thinker, I remember their work as well. Like the
And did you
YouTube.
mention many books names in your
Yes,
answers?
sir. Yes, sir. I at least mentioned 10 to 15 names of
Oh.
books in my paper one, and same in my paper two, sir.
Hmm.
So if for example, I think Jan Bremen has called ye laborers, footless soldiers, something like that. He has
Footloose
called.
laborers.
Yes,
Footloose
sir.
laborers. है ना?
Footloose laborers.
He
Yes,
calls
yes.
them hunters and gatherers of work.
Right, right, right. So
Hmm.
I quoted that. So
Hmm.
I tried to quote phrases given by thinkers, as well as the names or the name of the books or the articles used by them, and
Hmm.
especially also the famous thinkers.
Hmm.
For example, what happens is, for example, if I am writing about R.K. Martin ka some topic I am writing about, so everybody will write the same answer because
Hmm.
the material is pretty much standard that R.K. Martin has said so and so, so and so. But if you can just quote the R.K. Martin in his book, and you remember two, three, there are only two, three famous works of R.K. Martin which you should quote in your answers, and then you are saying R.K. Martin in this particular book has said this. You said the
Hmm.
same thing, which is said by which is written by everybody else, but you just enriched your answer with the name of the book that he is, you know, given. So that was a plus point, sorry, this year.
Very well. Can you suggest any other tips for, ensuring that your sociology answer is different from that of others? एक आपने जैसे बताया book names add कर सकते हैं.
Book names, yes, sir, I
हम्म.
had it.
उसके अलावा
Sir,
कुछ.
I did not go for any diagrams or any point formats, any table format for that
हम्म.
matter of time, because with time, if you read sociology well enough through the books, not the books for your competitive exams, but the IGNOU material or other books which are written by standard sociologists. If you are reading those books, you'll get to know nowhere they are talking in form of points or in table format. They're not doing that. They're not specifically saying ki, this is the definition and example 1 2 3. Nobody is
हम्म.
doing that. So
हम्म.
and if some sociology professor or sociologist is checking your answer, they are by their own natural formation, they're not expecting you to give answers in that mechanical format. So
हम्म.
if somehow you can make sure that your paper reflects a natural understanding of sociology, that will give you marks. That
ठीक.
has at least worked for me, sir.
इंदु बेटे, Ramakrishna is asking how to approach 2026 exam sociology optional preparation. And
Okay.
what I'll take up another question. Arinja is asking what would be your recommended source list for one-stop preparation of sociology?
Sir, I don't have one book really that, I'll just say ki this is the book, read it, and, this will be enough. I would again, say that make your own notes, your own handwritten notes. That is a one-time exercise. You are doing that by the help of a coaching institute. That will save your time, or you are
Yes.
doing by on your own. For
Hmm.
example, by using Ignore notes or any other books which are there for competitive exam. I think Nitin Singh Sanwan is there. It is
Hmm.
Nitin Sanwan, right? I haven't read that book, Nitin Sanwan, because I thought that it is a very compact book. And
Hmm.
by so many, the benefit of being so many years in a preparation, that you have material, you have prepared your own material. You don't have to read just one book which is so abstract and so
Condensed.
compact, right?
Hmm.
So because that hampered my understanding of the subject. But if this particular book is working for someone, then they should definitely go for it. I will suggest one is you make your own notes, base notes, and then supplement it with the help of, for example, everybody knows the book list. Even sir, you in your classes always give a book list. These are the books for these particular topics. This are the books. You always tell in your first or second class. You tell the book list. So that
Hmm.
book list is there. It is same for everybody.
जी.
After that, you don't have to if you have prepared your own notes, you don't have to read any book cover by cover. Just
Hmm.
go for that particular topic which is there, which is good in any book, and then go for it. For example, there is a book on village studies. You can
Hmm.
take some of the topics example or some of the arguments from there. It can be done. But however, if you have paucity of time, so make your base notes and use Google and Chat GPT extensively, where you can get the thinkers. Don't go for any book cover to cover. If you
सही
for
बात है.
paper one, if you want to cover Harlombus, cover very selective chapters. Don't go
Absolutely.
again. Don't go for all the subject, all the chapters. Yeah, or even for that matter of fact, don't go for the whole chapter as well in her long books.
Hmm.
You will have
Absolutely.
to find out ki where the questions are being asked from. It is unit 1, 2, and 3 where
Hmm.
long can be of an help, and then there also you know that what kind of questions are being asked, and I should pick examples from here. I should pick some of the points from here, and that should
Hmm.
be done in a time restrained manner. Okay, I will
Absolutely.
read this particular topic for 2 hours, for 5 hours, then I'll leave it. So
सही
so
बात
that, and make notes from that, and then forget that book. Don't
सही
go
बात
to that book again and again. So
इंदु
I could book list. So you can give sir better book list than me, sir. What can I give in front of you, sir?
इंदु बेटा अच्छा अगर if I have to suggest a book list, my suggestion will be to the students listening that if you are attending classes, then make the like Indu did, make the class notes as your base material, and then small iterations or add-ons you can do from certain books, like Nitin Sangwan or Harlambo's very selective reading, as Indu also mentioned. If you are not attending classes and you are preparing on your own, then an easy source to get a grasp of the subject will be IGNOU BA Sociology material. जो और उसको भी आपको ढूंढना पड़ेगा जो हमारे सोशियोलॉजी ऑप्शनल के सिलेबस से मैप हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि वो सारा ज्यादा एक्सटेंसिव है और सारा रेलेवेंट नहीं है यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन के. तो इग्नोउ बीए सोशियोलॉजी मटेरियल को देख सकते हैं. साथ में एक ऑक्सफोर्ड सोशियोलॉजी डिक्शनरी आती है, उसको रेफर कर सकते हैं, so that you can refer to it for any term you do not understand in some literature. साथ में एक सांगवान, एक कॉम्पैक्ट वन प्लेस वन शॉट रिसोर्स है विच इज यूपीएससी रेलिवेंट, तो उसको साथ में रख सकते हैं. ठीक है, तो दैट वुड बी माय सजेशन. इंदु बेटा एक चीज बताइए कि सोशियोलॉजी जैसे आपने पढ़ा, was it any useful in any way in your GS या essay writing, कहीं कुछ रोल था इसका?
Yes, sir. Sociology is a very good optional. It is very helpful in GS1. GS1 का तो society वाला part, which is a 75 marks का part in GS1. It can be completed if you have already completed sociology. Then there is in GS paper 2 there is social justice, where as well you can have topics like poverty, population, migration, these topics, health, all these
हम्म.
education, these topics can be covered with the help of sociology. And then in paper 3 as well, paper 3 you don't think that sociology can be relevant. However, in inclusive growth,
हम्म.
the poverty, there are many topics which many recurring themes in PYQs which you can uh, have some of the further points from your sociology material. So it is there.
हम्म.
And definitely in ethics and essay you will always have the social component that can be
हम्म.
used from the sociology part. So it is actually relevant in all other subject, all other papers as well. So if you're going for sociology, definitely it is going to help you in all the other papers.
एंड इंटरव्यू में कहीं कुछ सवाल थे क्या, सोसाइटी रिलेटेड या एनीवेयर?
So this year, one day asked me about a current affairs related topic, which was a topic on Vinesh Fogart, that how she has about her journey, how she's gone with it and everything. So that has some social component associated with it. And other than that, they asked me some direct questions as well. For example, what is desanskritization? And then I also had a my in my hobbies, my hobby was reading ethnographic fiction novels.
हम्म.
So I was asked what is my favorite novel. I told Godan by Munshi Premchand, and then there were some questions on the sociological aspect of it. So it was a mix of my hobbies as well as my optional. So my interview this time I scored 191, and it was my Dinesh Dasa sir's board, and he gives if he wants to give, he gives very less marks, or otherwise on the other way around also. So it was a very good score for me, sir.
वेरी वेल. इंदु बेटा, रिम्पी इज आस्किंग हाउ टू मेक शॉर्ट नोट्स. Did you do that, and how did you go about it?
So firstly, I made very detailed notes.
Hmm.
It was not short notes. In class, if I'm not able to complete my notes, then I will take some other person's help or something like that. But if somebody is asking that once they have made detailed notes, then with
उसके बाद.
or recurring revisions, how do they make short notes? If that is the
Yes.
fifth thing. So, sir, the main approach is that with each topic, majorly what you have to remember, that you'll have to reproduce as it is. In
Hmm.
sociology specifically, it is either the verbatim definitions, which which has to be verbatim, otherwise it will not have an impact. For example,
Hmm.
if somebody is asking me what is sanskritization, so I'll
Hmm.
have to give MN Srinivasa's definition, otherwise if I'll write by common sense, it will not have that impact. So
Correct.
verbatim definitions plus name of the thinkers and their whatever material was with them here, like some phrases are there, some book name is there, some article name is there, or some
Hmm.
argument is there by made by them. For example, caste in politics. Some
Hmm.
argument is made by Rajni Kothari and said that caste in India is in is without caste there's no politics, something like that. If some argument is there, so that argument can be just written in quoted forms, ki this person has said this, or uh, color coding them. For example,
Hmm.
if I am talking about caste in politics, then there are certain thinkers who are saying ki okay, caste is very important. Then there are
Yes.
certain thinkers who are saying ki it is not that important, or
Ji.
some thinkers who are saying that okay, you cannot this is the time where caste has been neutralized because other
Ji.
factors are also playing a role. If certain
Correct.
people are saying that, so what you can do is, what I did is that caste in politics I wrote on one page, and then under that I made three columns. Three people, three people here, three people here. Now
Hmm.
I made a mind map of that. These three people are saying plus things, and these three
Hmm.
people are saying minus things, and these three
सही बात
people are saying neutral things.
है. Hmm.
Then with that mind map, I have mapped ki okay, iska ye wala source, iska ye wala source. So that ways I made a mind map of the whole topic, and now I remember the whole argument in that color coded form only. Ki okay, green में तीन लोग हैं who are saying positive things about this particular thing, and they are saying this, this, this. तीनों ने अलग अलग डायमेंशन पे बात करा, then only I'll put their names in my answer.
जी.
अगर तीनों ने
Very
सेम
good.
तरीके की बात करी तो आई विल कोट ओनली वन ऑफ देम, या फिर इन सिंगल लाइन आई विल टेम ऑल लाइक ऑल ऑफ देम हैव सेड दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग. तो तीनों ने अगर अलग अलग आर्गुमेंट दिया, जैसे कास्ट सेंसस हो गया, तो उसमें
Hmm.
प्लस में ग्रीन में तीन लोग हैं, रेड में तीन लोग हैं और येलो में तीन लोग हैं. नाउ
Hmm.
माय माइंड रिमेम्बर कलर एंड देन देयर नेम की व्हेनेवर आई रिमेम्बर रजनी कोठारी, तो ग्रीन में कास्ट इन
सही बात
पॉलिटिक्स रजनी कोठारी ग्रीन में. So
है. Very
that
good.
was there, that you can do so that your mind retains this
Hmm.
information. So majorly I just made the short notes of the verbatim definitions and of the thinkers.
Indu beta, next question on PYQs. Some students are asking, how do you analyze PYQs? Princey is asking. और उसी से एक related की, uh, sorry, Anshul is also asking the same thing. How do you use PYQs or analyze them? Hmm?
PYQs analysis, one is by any book which has given PYQs in a topic wise format. Take any book. I think Vishal publication ka there is a book which
Yes.
gives you the already a ready-made form of how to just go about it. And then after that, uh, find out the recurring themes,
Hmm.
because first that's the best cost benefit ratio. You'll get the most benefit out of that, because level 1 is preparing all the standard answers for all the recurring themes. That is
Hmm.
your first goal while analyzing the PYQs.
Hmm.
Don't go for obscure questions in your first go. Like for
सही बात है.
example, कुछ पूछा हुआ है कि I think there was a question by there is a English sociologist. His name is, I am forgetting his name, and there was a question कि what are the family practices according to
David
this
Morgan
person?
family
Right,
practices.
right. David Morgan family practices. अब uh, what is our inclination when we are first time or second time looking at PYQs, that we find obscure questions. We find कि
हम्म,
मैं सबसे difficult question सबसे पहले prepare कर लेता हूँ,
सही
क्योंकि
बात है।
ये तो मुझे नहीं आता, बाकी सब तो
हम्म,
कोचिंग के मटेरियल में है या मैंने जो प्रिपेयर किया उस मटेरियल में है, ये मुझे नहीं आता, ये मैं पहले प्रिपेयर कर लेता हूँ। जबकि
हम्म,
बात ऐसी है कि वो क्वेश्चन ना तो दोबारा प्रोबेबली पूछा जाएगा, इतना स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन,
वेरी
और
ट्रू।
और ना ही आप प्रेडिक्ट कर सकते हो कि नेक्स्ट टाइम क्या पूछा जाएगा, जो कि
हम्म,
इतना ऑब्सक्योर होगा। तो डोंट गो फॉर दैट दोज़ क्वेश्चंस इन योर फर्स्ट बुक। रेदर फर्स्ट लेयर शुड बी दैट आप अपने जो स्टैंडर्ड रिकरिंग थीम्स हैं, उनके स्टैंडर्ड आंसर्स प्रिपेयर करके रखो। व्हेन यू आर
हम्म,
इन दैट लेवल कि हाँ, सब स्टैंडर्ड प्रिपेयर हो चुका है, देन गो फॉर इंटरलिंकिंग।
यस,
नेट कि टॉपिक वाइज़ हो गया है, यूनिट वाइज़ प्रिपेयर हो गया है, देन गो फॉर इंटरलिंकिंग कि कई बार ऐसा होता है कि 2 थीम एक साथ पूछी होती हैं, 2 तरीके की
हम्म,
चीज़ें एक साथ पूछी होती हैं। देन गो फॉर
सही बात।
इंटरलिंकिंग, फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल कि कार्ल मार्क्स का वो कंपैरिज़न पूछा हुआ है मर्टन से या कोई किसी एक पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक पे, देन
यस,
प्रिपेयर दोज़ काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन्स, क्योंकि अगेन उन क्वेश्चन्स की संख्या फिर कम हो जाती है
करेक्ट।
इस स्टैंडर्ड के आंसर्स के बाद। उसके बाद देन आफ्टर दैट गो फॉर करंट अफेयर्स का क्वेश्चंस कि
हम्म,
जो अब करंट में जो थीम्स चल रही हैं, उन पे पिछले सालों में करंट थीम्स पे कैसे क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए हैं कि
हम्म,
कास्ट सेंसस पूछा, अगर अभी तक पूछा नहीं है, लेकिन अगर पूछा जाएगा तो उसपे किस तरीके से सवाल पूछा जा सकता है। तो आप
यस,
पहले उसको प्रिपेयर करते हैं। तो
जी,
मान लीजिए सेम सेक्स मैरिज पे क्वेश्चन पूछा तो कैसे पूछा
हम्म,
जाएगा? यूनिवर्सल सिविल कोड पे क्वेश्चन पूछा तो कैसे पूछा जा सकता है? क्या-क्या डायमेंशंस पे क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है? वो आप कैसे
बिल्कुल।
प्रेडिक्ट करते हो कि कैसे डायमेंशंस में क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है? क्योंकि आप
हम्म,
पिछले सालों के करंट अफेयर्स के जो क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए हैं, उनके डायमेंशंस देखते हो कि क्या पूछा
हम्म,
गया था। डिड दे आस्क कि व्हाट इज़ दिस? व्हाट का क्वेश्चन पूछा गया, व्हाई का क्वेश्चन पूछा गया, हाउ का क्वेश्चन पूछा गया, एडवांटेजेस पूछे गए, डिसएडवांटेजेस पूछे गए, क्रिटिकली एनालिसिस पूछा गया। क्या पूछा, वो सारे डायमेंशंस नए करंट अफेयर्स के जो अभी करंट पे या कंटेम्परेरी रिलेवेंट चल रहे हैं, उन सब की वो डायमेंशंस प्रिपेयर करके रखो, सो दैट
ठीक है।
इफ यू विल एनकाउंटर यू कैन डू दैट। एंड आफ्टर दैट यू विल फाइंड कि कुछ ही एक हैंडफुल ऑफ क्वेश्चंस बचते हैं जो कि आप नहीं टैकल कर पा रहे हो। उन क्वेश्चंस में यू हैव टू डेवलप ए अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि अगर ऐसा कोई क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, तो उसमें हाउ विल आई फॉर्म ए आंसर
सही बात
व्हिच
है।
विल फैच मी सम लेस देन एवरेज और सम एवरेज काइंड ऑफ मार्क्स। वो दैट
हम्म,
शुड बी लास्ट स्टेप। So that was my approach for analyzing
वेरी वेल,
like this.
वेरी वेल इंदु बेटा, वेरी गुड एंड डिटेल्ड आंसर यू गेव। एक एक और चीज पूछता हूँ बेटे। व्हाट वाज योर लास्ट 1 month एंड लास्ट 10 day रिवीजन स्ट्रेटेजी? हाउ डिड यू रिवाइज क्विकली? अंशुल इज आस्किंग दिस बेटा।
Sir,
आई एम
I
प्रिज्यूमिंग मेंस के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में ही बात कर रहे हैं।
हाँ।
हम्म,
So last, actually there is a gap between between other papers and sociology optional का paper. There is a 5 days का gap, and those 5 days can be very productive if you have already planned those 5 days beforehand. यानी कि
हम्म,
आपके मेंस का एग्जाम शुरू होने से 15-20 दिन पहले आप क्योंकि बंद कर देते हो अपना ऑप्शनल, क्योंकि आप फिर जीएस ये सब रिवाइज़ करने लग जाते हो। एटलीस्ट 10 डेज़ पहले आप सोशियोलॉजी या ऑप्शनल आपको वैसे भी बंद कर देना चाहिए, क्योंकि जीएस के रिवीजन का वक़्त आ गया है। तो
बिल्कुल।
उस वक़्त आप अपना एक अपने दिमाग में फाइनलाइज़ करके रख लीजिए कि वो जो 5 दिन होंगे बीच में, उसमें आप क्या करोगे, किस दिन का कितना मटेरियल आपको क्या कवर करना है, ये
हम्म,
पहले से ये प्लान बना के रखना है। क्योंकि
हम्म,
लास्ट के 10 दिन आप बिल्कुल सोशियोलॉजी के बारे में नहीं सोच रहे हो। फिर
सही बात
नेक्स्ट के जो 3 दिन हैं, जो आप एग्ज़ाम दे रहे हो, देन आपका पूरा का पूरा टाइम उस एग्ज़ाम में जाने लग रहा है, एंड
है।
देन
यस।
3 दिन के बाद आपका माइंड जो है वो थक गया होता है।
हम्म,
तो क्या ये बहुत प्रैक्टिकल बात है कि फिर आप 1 दिन बहुत नेचुरली सब लोग रेस्ट करना चाहते हैं कि अब 5
हम्म,
दिन बाद पेपर है, आई विल टेक रेस्ट फॉर 1 डे।
सही बात है।
तो आप एक दिन रेस्ट करते हो, अगले दिन आप जाके प्लान बनाना शुरू करते हो कि अच्छा मैं अब सोशियोलॉजी का आई एम गोइंग टू रिवाइज़ लाइक दैट। एंड देन उसमें क्या होता है कि आप सेकंड डे आप सोचते हो मैं सब रिवाइज़ कर लूँगा, मतलब डिटेल्ड रिवीजन करूँगा, बट 5 दिन में डिटेल्ड रिवीजन इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल। तो क्या
करेक्ट।
होता है ज़्यादातर टाइम्स वो जो 5 दिन हैं, उनमें वो प्रोडक्टिविटी नहीं आ पाती, जो आप अपने आप से एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे होते हो कि लास्ट के किसी एग्ज़ाम के जो 5 दिन होंगे, उनमें क्या प्रोडक्टिविटी आनी चाहिए। तो व्हाट आई डिड दिस टाइम, ये जो मैंने आपको पूरा नरेट किया सर, ये मेरे साथ हुआ था कि आई डिड नॉट हैव अ प्लान फॉर दोज़ 5 डेज़। तो
हुँ,
उसकी वजह से मेरी प्रोडक्टिविटी वैसी नहीं आई, जैसी मैंने सोची थी। कि
हुँ,
ऐसा मेरा पूरा सिलेबस रिवाइज़ हो जाएगा, लास्ट में तो सब फ्रेश मेरी मेमोरी में सब ऊपर रहेगा सोशियोलॉजी से रिलेटेड, व्हिच शुड बी
हुँ,
द केस कि लास्ट के 5 दिन इतने अच्छे मिलते हैं कि सब कुछ फ्रेश मेमोरी में आपके ऊपर होना चाहिए। तो इस बार आई प्रिपेयर्ड अ प्लान फॉर दोज़ 5 डेज़ बिफोरहैंड 10 डेज़ बिफोर मेन्स। उसमें
हुँ,
आई रोट अ डिटेल्ड प्लान कि मुझे ये 3 यूनिट का कॉम्बिनेशन फर्स्ट डे में कवर करना है।
वेरी
सेकंड
गुड।
डे में मुझे ये 5 यूनिट कवर करनी है एंड जब आप प्रिपरेशन 2-3 बार आप रिवीजन कर चुके होते हो ना, आपको पता होता है कि कौन-सी यूनिट कौन-सी दूसरी यूनिट के साथ नेचुरली जाती है।
सही बात
आपको
है।
ऑलरेडी ये बात की अंडरस्टैंडिंग होती है, किसमें ज़्यादा वक़्त लगता है, किसमें इतने ऐसे टॉपिक्स हैं जो आपको फ्रस्ट्रेट करते हैं क्योंकि छोटे-छोटे-छोटे जो बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स होते हैं, ऐसा आपको ऑलरेडी पता होता है। जैसे कि जो यूनिट 4 है, पेपर 1 में सोशियोलॉजी पेपर 1 में, वो आपको सबसे लेंथी वही यूनिट है। सबसे
सही
ज़्यादा
बात है।
क्वेश्चन 50 से 60 नंबर के क्वेश्चन्स भी उसी यूनिट में से आने हैं। तो
हुँ,
आप चाहो तो उसपे 2 दिन भी लगा सकते हो और आप चाहो तो उसको
हुँ,
5 घंटे में भी खत्म कर सकते हो। तो
हुँ,
वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग रखना कि मुझे ये पर थिंकर पे कितना टाइम लगाना है। अब आप पढ़ते हो
सही बात
कार्ल
है।
मार्क्स, आप कार्ल मार्क्स को चाहोगे तो 10 घंटे में पढ़ लो। अगर लास्ट
हुँ,
डे रिवीजन में पढ़ना भी है तो वही पूरा स्टार्टिंग से करके। बट अगर आप ये समझोगे कि कार्ल मार्क्स का एक ही क्वेश्चन आता है मैक्सिमम टाइम्स, वो भी ऑप्शन में होता है। इफ यू
हुँ,
आपको इतनी डिटेल में जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, अगर बहुत सुपरफिशियल लेवल का क्वेश्चन आया तो यू कैन अटेम्प्ट, अदरवाइज़ यू कैन अटेम्प्ट सम अदर क्वेश्चन। इस
सही
तरह भी
बात है।
अगर आपके दिमाग में ऑलरेडी प्लानिंग है, तो आप 10 घंटे नहीं लगाओगे कार्ल मार्क्स पे। फिर आप क्या करोगे कि 4 टॉपिक है, चारों टॉपिक में आप कार्ल मार्क्स अगर आपने एक बार भी पहले पढ़ा हो, उसकी बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑलरेडी है आपको। तो आप क्या
यस।
करते हो, आप बस जो आपने शॉर्ट नोट्स बना के प्रिपेयर करके रखे हुए हैं, जो व्हिच आर द की फ्रेजेस, कीवर्ड्स कि अच्छा why there will be no other there for example the struggle will be between the majority and minority in the end like Karl
हुँ,
Marx has predicted. So why it is so? So there are 5 points to that. You just remember those 5 points का 5 keywords. तो
हुँ,
लास्ट डे पे आप सिर्फ वो 5 keywords याद करते हो कि ओके दिस दिस
वेरी
दिस
गुड,
दैट इज़ द अप्रोच सर। तो वो उस लेवल की प्लानिंग पहले करके रखो ताकि आप उन 5 दिनों में सबसे ज़्यादा प्रोडक्टिव
वेरी
I
गुड।
think
आई वुड
so.
से
I
जिस
hope I
जिसकी है
have
ना,
answered your question. I don't know where I am going with my answer.
my sense is that your response should have satisfied the student who asked the question. एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग यू व्हाट यू सजेस्टेड इज कि जो अगर आप पहले से प्लान कर लोगे, मेरे हिसाब से एटलीस्ट 1.5 दिन तो आपका बच ही गया। पहले दिन
बिल्कुल।
का आधा दिन जिस दिन आप सोचते हो रेस्ट करूंगा, उस दिन कुछ टॉपिक्स तो निपटा ही सकते हो। एंड देन
यस,
अगले दिन का भी जो आधा टाइम हमारा प्लानिंग में चले जाता है ना,
जी
सो
सर।
1.5 दिन का क्रूशियल होता है उस टाइम में जो हमें मिल
जी,
सकता है।
जी सर।
वेरी वेल एडवाइज्ड। एक देयर इज अ स्टूडेंट रिम्पी, आई थिंक शी हैड आस्क्ड कि मैम रिटेंशन में दिक्कत होती है, राइट? सो
हुँ,
दैट इज अ generic problem, not just sociology, across UPSC preparation की there is so much information that you have to remember and recall. कैसे याद रखे इंसान? उसके लिए अगर कोई टिप्स, कोई सजेशंस यू कैन शेयर विद द स्टूडेंट्स।
सर एक तो सबका अपना फ़ोर्टे होता है, सबका अपना तरीका होता है जो कि हमने बचपन से डेवलप किया होता है चीज़ों को याद करने का। जैसे
हुँ,
मुझे चीज़ें याद रहती हैं कहानी के फ़ॉर्मेट में।
हुँ,
अगर मैं आपको बताऊँ कि मुझे 10 लोगों के नाम याद रखने हैं, तो समहाउ इफ आई कैन मैनेज टू मेक a स्टोरी आउट ऑफ दोज़ 10 नेम्स, so I will remember that for longer. कई लोग
हुँ,
होते हैं वो दे डोंट बिलीव इन दैट, दे माइट गो विथ कि क्लबिंग द नेम ऑफ द पीपल विथ सेम अल्फाबेट।
हुँ,
फॉर
हुँ,
एग्जांपल 2 ए से नाम थे, 2 बी से नाम थे एंड देन दे आर मेकिंग दैट होल न्यूमोनिक वाला थिंग। तो दैट इज़ देयर। आई हैव जस्ट गिवन यू एग्जांपल कि सब लोगों के लिए अलग-अलग तरीके की चीज़ें वर्क करती हैं। बट बेसलाइन ये है कि आपको ज़्यादा बार रिविज़न करना है।
हुँ।
जितनी ज़्यादा बार आप रिविज़न करेंगे, उतनी ज़्यादा ईज़ी होते जाएँगे आप उन लोगों के साथ। जैसे फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल अभी आप आपके एक बैच में 100 बच्चे हैं। फर्स्ट डे हमें 1-2 लोगों के भी नाम याद नहीं होते, बट जब हम उन्हीं लोगों के साथ 4 महीने तक बैठते हैं, तो हमें मोस्टली बैच में सब बच्चों के नाम याद हो जाते हैं। एंड इट ऑल्सो बिकम्स वेरी नेचुरल टू अस। हम ऐसे सोचते हैं कि हाँ, तो सबके नाम तो याद होने ही चाहिए। ऐसा
Yes.
दैट्स हाउ वी थिंक लाइक दैट। तो और माइंड वर्क्स लाइक दैट। तो बेसलाइन यही है कि आप चाहे अप्रोच कोई भी लगाओ, लेकिन बार-बार करना है, वही सेम चीज़ बार-बार करनी है। तो इफ यू कैन गो फॉर कि मेंस लिखने से पहले अगर आपने 3 बार सिलेबस रिवाइज़ किया हुआ है, तो मोर और
Yes.
लेस यू बिकम वेरी फ़ैमिलियर विद द सिलेबस।
Hmm.
So familiarity is the key. So you have to revise a number of times before the exam.
ठीक है।
There's no shortcut to it, as you know.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल। Uh, Arinjay, we have discussed Hindu's answer writing approach in sociology, so I'll not be taking that up again. Uh, एक चीज ये बताइए इंदु बेटा कि मेंटल हेल्थ को लेके हाउ डिड यू सस्टेन, क्योंकि दिस जर्नी कैन बी वेरी टैक्सिंग, इट कैन बी एग्जॉस्टिंग, इट कैन बी बोरिंग, स्पेशली व्हेन इट इज अ लॉन्ग ड्रॉन जर्नी लाइक योर्स। तो इंसान का फ्रैंकली दिमाग खराब होने लगता है, तो उसको कैसे आप डील किया आपने?
सर, एक जो बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़ मेरे साथ रही है, वो ये है कि मैंने विद टाइम सीखा है कि आप डेलिब्रेट ब्रेक लीजिए।
हम्म।
मतलब एक तो होता है कि आप चलते-चलते थक गए एंड देन आपको ब्रेक लेना पड़ गया।
हम्म।
लेकिन अगर इफ यू कैन प्लान योर ब्रेक्स कि
हम्म।
अ, मैं ये जनरली बात कर रही हूँ, नॉट इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ कि सोशियोलॉजी के साथ कैसे डील करना है, कि फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई नो माय ओन स्टैमिना, माय ओन कैपेसिटी कि ओके मैं 2 दिन से ज़्यादा मैं पढ़ूँ, तो तीसरे दिन मैं मेरे लिए बहुत फटीग्ड हो जाती है वो सिचुएशन। तो प्लान योर थर्ड डे इन अ वे दैट इट लुक्स लाइक अ ब्रेक टू यू।
हम्म। हम्म।
Right? कि you know that okay, this is a break day and on this day, if I wish to study, I will study. If I don't wish
हम्म।
to study, I'll do these 4 activities.
हम्म।
मोस्ट प्रोबेबली ऐसा होगा कि आप उस तीसरे दिन भी पढ़ ही रहे होंगे, क्योंकि यू
हम्म।
हैव गिवन योर माइंड दैट फ्रीडम, दैट लिबर्टी कि आज आपका ब्रेक डे है। तो
हम्म।
अगर इफ यू कैन टेल योर माइंड कि आप अपनी कैपेसिटी और अपना कैलिबर समझो कि आपका ब्रेक कब आना चाहिए, वो आपको पता होता है और
हम्म।
उस दिन आप डेलिब्रेट ब्रेक रखो। कोशिश करनी है कि उस दिन वो सेम शेड्यूल, वो सेम मोनोटोनस, वो सारी एक्टिविटीज़ रिपीट ही नहीं हो रही। फॉर
हम्म।
एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं हर तीसरे दिन, दैट्स द लॉजिक ऑफ वीकेंड सर, राइट? कि हम 5वें दिन के बाद छठे 7वें दिन हम अपने माइंड की मोनोटोनिसिटी ब्रेक कर देते हैं। वी
हम्म।
डोंट डू द सेम स्टफ। तो वही
जी।
सेम चीज़ आती है कि अगर इफ यू कैन मेक श्योर दैट यू आर टेकिंग डेलिब्रेट ब्रेक्स।
हम्म।
ऑल्सो ऐसा भी होता है कि देयर आर टाइम्स व्हेन यू फील स्टक इन योर प्रिपरेशन।
हम्म।
और ज़्यादातर टाइम्स आपको कब फ़ील करते हो जब आप या तो अपने आप को ओवर एस्टिमेट कर रहे होते हो। हम क्या करते हैं कि हमें लगता है कि आज मैं 10 घंटे पढ़ूँगा और मैं ये 10 टॉपिक कवर कर दूँगा। बट फिर ला एट द एंड ऑफ द डे ना तो 10 घंटे पढ़ा गया है और ना ही 10 टॉपिक कवर हुए हैं और
यस।
हम हो जाते हैं डिसअपॉइंट कि दैट आई एम नॉट
बिल्कुल।
गुड इनफ। But the problem is that in the very beginning, you did not estimate yourself, clearly.
करेक्टली,
कि
बिल्कुल।
या तो आपने टॉपिक को अंडर एस्टिमेट कर दिया, आप फंडामेंटल राइट्स को सोच रहे हो 2 घंटे में कवर कर दूँगा मैं पहली बार में, तो यू आर मिस्टेकन।
करेक्ट।
The chapter will take, if you are going to cover it in a way that you can answer the questions which are
हम्म।
asked in the question paper, so then you will have to take some time, make some time with those topics. तो
सही
आपको
बात है।
धीरे-धीरे ये समझना है कि मैं जब गोल डिसाइड कर रहा हूँ कि आज मुझे इतना काम करना है, 1 वीक में मुझे इतना काम करना है, तो वो जो एस्टिमेशन है ना, वो इतना खराब ना हो कि मुझे डिसअपॉइंटमेंट हो। सो वो
बिल्कुल।
एस्टिमेशन धीरे-धीरे अपना समझना है और डेलिब्रेट ब्रेक्स लेने हैं। देन यू विल बी सस्टेनिंग द जर्नी, मच मोर विद लेसर फ्रस्ट्रेशन।
वेरी गुड इंदु बेटा। सो इफ आई मे पैराफ्रेज व्हाट यू सेड कि रियलिस्टिक टारगेट्स अपने लिए सेट कीजिए, है ना?
यस सर।
ओवरली एम्बिशियस, अनरियलिस्टिक का कोई पॉइंट नहीं है, इट विल ओनली ऐड टू योर स्ट्रेस।
Yes.
सेकेंडली प्लान योर ब्रेक्स, है ना, अगर आपको पता है कि आई हैव सम, इट मे बी अ होल डे और इट मे बी सम आवर्स की हाफ डे, मैं वेडनेसडे को छुट्टी
Right.
मनाऊंगा, देन माई माइंड विल बी एट पीस. वेरी गुड.
Right.
इंदु बेटा, कोई what will be some success tips you will give to the aspirants? हाँ, अगर आपको 2-3 की सक्सेस टिप देनी हो कि ये आपको अपने दिमाग में रखना चाहिए when embarking on this preparation journey, what will be those?
So one will be that you should be very clear with your why you're doing it. If you are going in a preparation where success rate is so low, and where if you are stuck in the cycle, you can be stuck for a very long time.
That is correct.
क्योंकि हर अटेम्प्ट के साथ आप ये सोचते जाते हो कि मेरा सिलेबस ज्यादा कवर हो रहा है, आई एम गेटिंग बेटर, और हर अटेम्प्ट के साथ आपके ऊपर वो फेलियर का बोझ भी बढ़ता जाता है, क्योंकि इफ यू विल फेल फर्स्ट टाइम, पीपल विल टेल यू, यू योरसेल्फ विल टेल कि बहुत डिफिकल्ट एग्जाम है, फर्स्ट टाइम में किसी का नहीं होता. सेकेंड टाइम विल थिंक कि ओके आई हैव जस्ट फिनिश्ड द सिलेबस एंड आई विल डू इट नेक्स्ट टाइम आई प्रैक्टिस मोर. थर्ड टाइम इफ यू विल फेल, यू विल स्टार्ट क्वेश्चनिंग योरसेल्फ कि okay, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not following a right approach. So then this curve goes like that कि okay, third time you'll start questioning yourself. Fourth time में, when everybody will know that you are preparing for a certain exam, so that whole pressure will come, and
Yes.
and it will add to your own struggles. Everybody will just identify with you the exam only. कि anybody you are meeting, they're asking you कैसा चल रहा है, मेंस कब है, प्री कब है, अच्छा पिछली बार नहीं हुआ, कोई बात नहीं अगली बार हो जाएगा, उसका तो हो गया था तुम्हारा नहीं हुआ. ऐसे दीज आर द क्वेश्चंस जो कि लोग बहुत ही लाइक कैजुअली पूछते हैं, बट वो क्वेश्चंस आपको बहुत भारी लगने लग जाते हैं विद टाइम. तो कोई भी मिलता है, पेरेंट्स की सारी उम्मीदें, क्योंकि ये एग्जाम जो है वो इसका जो रिजल्ट है वो हमारी सोसाइटी के अकॉर्डिंगली एक हाई रिवॉर्डिंग रिजल्ट है. तो इसलिए जो आपके पेरेंट्स हैं वो भी इतना इन्वेस्टेड हो जाते हैं इस पूरी जर्नी में कि आफ्टर टाइम आप उनकी वजह से गिल्ट फील करने लग जाते हो कि मतलब ऐसा क्या दिक्कत है मुझ में कि मैं इनकी ये सारी इच्छाएं पूरी नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, कि मेरे से एग्जाम ही क्यों नहीं क्वालिफाई हो रहा है, कितने खुश हो जाएंगे अगर एक एग्जाम if I can qualify. So that also adds on to the pressure. So if you are very clear with your why you are doing this exam, so and you can keep remembering that why with each and every failure or each and every attempt, that will help to sustain the journey, and that can definitely get you success. So one is there, and second is always make sure that your environment is very conducive to the exam. If there are certain people in your life who are not conducive to your exam, don't meet those people during this time. If there is somebody who is telling you every day or on a very regular interval that oh, this is not for you, this is not for you, you should do this, you should do that, this is better, that is better, those people, that environment, if it is not conducive to you, try to cut those off, very frankly, if you want to really be in the journey of the exam. So that has to be done, that you have to put the sanity of your mind, you have to cut off certain people, certain kind of variables from your life. So that is there. And third is definitely take your own preparation very seriously.
सही.
अगर आप 2 दिन पढ़ रहे हैं, तीसरे दिन नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं, तो और आप फिर एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं चौथे दिन कि मेरी फैमिली मेरी प्रिपरेशन को सीरियसली लेगी और वो मुझे उतना स्पेस और टाइम देगी, दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू टेक यू सीरियसली इफ दे फील दैट कि आप खुद नहीं उतने सीरियस हैं अपनी प्रिपरेशन को लेके. तो इवन यू आर प्लानिंग ब्रेक, तो आपको यू हैव टू टेल देम कि दिस इज माय ब्रेक टाइम एंड आई हैव टेकन दिस ब्रेक टाइम बिकॉज़ मुझे वापस से इतनी देर पढ़ना है. So that will respect your space and time. So that is also there, sir. So I think these are very practical approaches. I don't have any gyan for the people, what should they do in life. But these are the practical approaches that has helped me to sustain the journey, sir.
इंदु, और ये भी बताओ बेटे कि what mistakes did you commit in your preparation? काफी करी हैं, very frankly.
Yes, sir.
That it took you long, took you
Yes,
quite
sir.
a bit of time, several years and attempts. what would you do differently if you were to, start again now that you have all the knowledge and experience? ठीक है, तो क्या ऐसी गलतियां हैं जो एक न्यूबी को, जो आपके एक्सपीरियंस से सीख सके, जो उसको अवॉइड करनी चाहिए?
Sir, one is definitely in my initial attempts, I did not understand the importance of the base material, whether it's the PYQs or the syllabus itself. I did not quite understand the uh, importance of that. Everybody keeps saying that. I actually, the thing is that I knew that from the very beginning. That I have listened that from other people, topper stock and everything, syllabus and PYQs. I did not really understand the meaning of that until I did that by myself. Okay, you have to go about it like this. So one is that, and second is that I was very poor with time management in my initial attempts. uh, Especially I did not clear prelims for my first 3 times, and those 3 times was not due to the lack of preparation, it was due to the lack of practice and due to the lack of time management in my prelims. क्योंकि prelims is like performance. It is a 2 hours का performance. You have to understand that there are various variables at play. It is not just your preparation which is going to uh, uh, help you. It is also your confidence. It is also your discipline. It is also your stress taking capabilities. It is also your time management techniques that you are going to learn, that are going to help you in prelims. So for the first 3 times I could not clear prelims because I was not able to complete my paper.
इंदु बेटा, एक लास्ट या सेकंड लास्ट थिंग, इतने साल लगे तो आपके मन में कभी आया कि छोड़ूं?
नहीं सर, फ्रैंकली मुझे छोड़ने का कभी नहीं आया, because one, because my why was very strong. I was very clear what I want to do in my life and how I want to go about it. So that was there, and I left certain options deliberately by my own choice. I was doing a very well paid job and I left them, and I knew at all point in my preparations that I could go back.
हम्म.
But still, I decided to not to go back, and it never actually crossed my mind that I want to go back and or do something else. So that was never the case for me, sir.
चलो, वेरी वेल. एक इंदु ये बताओ, बेटा ये बताओ कि आपके फैमिली का क्या इसमें रोल था आपकी प्रिपरेशन की जर्नी में? What kind of, because I know you had a very supportive, surprisingly supportive family environment in
Yes,
your,
sir.
मतलब family of birth also and your family of marriage also. तो उसका थोड़ा सा बताओ कि क्या, how did they play a role in your journey?
Sir, initially, when I was not married, my parents were not actually very aware that what I am doing, why I'm doing. I am from a village in Haryana, and they were not very aware that okay, she's preparing for this exam, how much it will take, and what does it mean. Really, they did not know that for at least 2 attempts. They were not aware. And then in my I got married about after my second attempt, and then after my second attempt I got married, and my partner, he is very supportive. So he has been a great support to me, and uh, he has actually helped me with various aspects of exam as well, to build discipline with my own shortcomings. For example, I was not good with time management, so he helped me with that. Also, because I am married, so it is my it is my husband who is becoming a bridge between me and my in-laws, where he is telling them the seriousness of my preparation, or what I can commit to, or what they can commit to on my behalf or not. So that was there. So my family has been, sir, very supportive about it, especially if you are married or if you are planning to get married. So there should be a very supportive partner on your side for you to.
Absolutely. In fact, I would say कि it takes another level of patience to, live on a day-to-day basis with a UPSC aspirant. तो उनके साइड पे भी बहुत एडजस्टमेंट और पेशेंस
Yes,
का वो है, which especially your partner has displayed. पेरेंट्स तो हमेशा करते हैं, बट
yes, sir.
शादी के बाद हस्बैंड या वाइफ करे, दैट इज द लेवल ऑफ सपोर्ट. ग्रेट.
Yes.
चलो, थैंक्स अ लॉट इंदु बेटा. It was nice
Thank
chatting with you, and I once again wish you heartiest congratulations. ठीक है?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for all the support throughout the years, sir. Thank you so much.
नहीं बेटा, ऑलवेज, एंड आई विश यू डू वेल इन योर लाइफ एंड योर करियर ऑल्सो, है ना?
Thank you
आगे
so
भी
much.
जीवन में कुछ भी मेरे लायक हो, फील वेरी फ्री टू गेट इन टच विद।
Definitely, sir. We'll always keep in touch, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
थैंक यू बेटा।